Hey, and a hiddly ho to all you guys out there. Beaverking here, and welcome to a thumbnail tutorial on Photoshop. So, as you can guess by what I just said, we're gonna make a thumbnail tutorial on Photoshop. So what you're gonna do first is open a new file, and you're gonna make this 1920 by 1080. You could also make this 1280 by 720, but the resolution would be a little worse, you know. So just gotta get that crispness, I guess. Never mind. I'm just gonna call this thumbnail. I'm gonna call this tutorial, just as everyone else on YouTube does. Never mind. We're gonna call that, and we're gonna make a transparent background. That's really important. Transparent. It's Danish right now, so don't worry. It's gonna be the same as you, just in a different language. So what we're gonna do first, you can either go up here and click place, embedded or something, or you can go down to your folder here, and you can find whatever you want. So what I found was our background picture, and I chose this picture right here of New York City. I'm gonna drag that in right here and click OK. So here we got it. Don't even worry about that little watermark up there. We won't be able to see that. So what we first want to do is right click and click rasterize layer, and then we want to go down to this circle with half filled and half transparent thing. I'm going to go here and we're going to click black and white. It's going to make the picture look black and white, just like this right here. And then we're going to click on the black and white layer and on the New York City background layer and click Command E or Control E if you're on PC. What we now want to do is make a new layer, and since I chose to this be a NBA 2K16 theme, I'm going to make the background here red. So we're going to choose a nice red here, like a dark red, to make the text pop more. So what we then want to do is go over here and get our bucket tool here and just click once to fill it in, and accidentally make it white. So just click on this two arrows right here to make it the red one, and boom. So what we're going to do now is just set the opacity down of this to around 50. That'll be good. And then make a new layer, put that in between the color layer. I'm just going to call this color here so it's easier for you guys to see. Yeah, that's an I, that's not an L. It's not an L. Color. There we go. And you want to make a layer in between and choose the color black to make the background here darker. So you're going to do that, and just then get your bucket tool back and click again. So now you get this brown color. It doesn't look good. Just set the opacity down to around 70. Yeah, 70 should be good. And you can set this to 70 as well. That would be good. And then just click on all three of these layers and Command E to merge them, and go up to Filter, Blur, and Gaussian blur. And I have this on 15, which works perfectly fine for me. Looks yeah, this looks really good. Never mind. But what we now want to do is find the next picture. So I chose this picture of LeBron, and you can see there's a watermark up there, but I'm gonna show you how to fix that. So we're just gonna put this guy in where we want him to. I want him to be right here. Scale it up to around this size right here. Gonna be pretty good. And now what we're gonna do is right click and go to rasterize layer again, so we can do whatever we want with this picture. Now I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in so we can get up to this watermark up here. God, it's lagging right now, I'm sorry. To this watermark up here. And we're going to select the polygon lasso tool here, and we're just gonna select around the watermark here. And once we've done that, we can just click delete, and there we go. We have fixed the watermark, so we don't have to think about that anymore. Now we can just scale him to where we want to. I want him to be, just put him down, and around the size of this would be pretty good. And place him on the left side because the focus has to be the text. So here we got our player here, LeBron James. What I want to do now is put in the text. So we're gonna put in our first text here. We're gonna do I guess one-on-one. Hold on a second. So I'm just gonna put in 1-on-1 here, and I'm just gonna do this all caps because it looks much better if you do caps. And I'm gonna change this to something like, I guess text Amis. That look good. No, I'm gonna change this to American Captain. That should be good. And just like that. What you now want to do, if you're having fun like this, you can make the size up. Showing 165 for me, and do the same for this letter right here. Just to make the numbers pop out a bit more. So, what we can do now is just scale it up a bit to something around this right here. And what you want to do now is go down in the comment, or not in the comment, into my description, and download the layer styles package there that I made, so you can get these layer styles that I have right here. So you're just going to go into that, and click on the red one, and there you go. We have a nice red text here. We can scale it up even more, and we got that 1-on-1. We can maybe change this. I don't know. I'm gonna change this to my park, whatever. I'm gonna change this back to this text right here because I really like this text. And my capital letters and park. This is all just personal preference, but I guess I can show you this. And I'm just gonna scale this down. Maybe put LeBron to the side a bit more. Personal preference again, but I just like to do this. Put the Mar Park text right here. Then under we can put another text, and I'm gonna call this I don't know, ankle breakers. Ankle breakers. There we go. So now we got this ankle breaker text. I'm gonna change this again. I'm gonna change this to one of my favorite fonts, Plump. So we can put ankle breakers here. And we want to change this to the other one, my white and gray one here. So look at this. It looks really cool. So we can now, I'm just gonna call this I'm gonna call this mixtape, whatever. Just to make it shorter. Mixtape. There we go. So now what we can do is we can scale this up to make it the same size, not the same size, but make it fit under my park text. Just make it look a little bit better. What I want to do now is take these two texts, scale them up a bit to around here. And what I want to do now is, you can see my thumbnail. I have this dark line behind the text. So what I want to do is just grab the rectangle tool here and just make something. Just make like a rectangle around your text here. We can make it bigger or smaller, whatever. Just do that, and then we'll make it a little bit bigger so it fits our text. And then we'll go to the opacity, and I like to turn this down to around 50. That is good for me. 50 is really good, and now we've got it down to 50. We can stretch it out so it's out of the whole picture here. So I'm just gonna zoom out a bit so I can see this a little bit better. What I want to do now is take our two texts right here, the mixtape and the My Park text, and we want to just scale it up a little bit more, but we want to rotate it. And I have this perfect setting. It really works good for me. Mine is 0.96, which is really good for me. Do that, and we want to do the same to the background, not the background, the rectangle here, and so we just get this perfect line going all the way through our picture here. So what we can do now is we can put LeBron on top of this rectangle, and what we can do is scale this rectangle in so it's behind LeBron, so it doesn't just show up over there on the side. I think it looks really good. So just scale this up like this, and maybe get keep moving LeBron. Just put him over here. Take the rectangle and, you know, get it a little bit more over here. And maybe move it, just stretch it a bit more so we can make the Mar Park text a bit bigger. Get these two up. Don't know why these aren't rotated. I'm gonna rotate them. There we go. Really, really good looking. Alright. So it might just look like we have a red background right now, but we can see that we don't. We have some you know, some background in there. What we can do if you have your background a little bit too red. My dad is outside my window. So what you can do is you can, oh my god. So what you can do is just take your New York picture again, and you can just put it here again. Sorry, you can put it on your thumbnail again. Just put it behind the color one more time, and then just lower the opacity of this to around maybe, I don't know, 70. So you get this nice effect again. Then just go to filter and blur, Gaussian blur, and blur this out like just like this. Okay, there we go. And just do like that, and then you can just merge these two layers right here again. Get this really nice looking. So what we can do is you can move LeBron on top of the two texts. So it just adds a little bit, you know, he's on top of the Mar Park text. Look at this, see? That looks really, really good, I think. So what you can do is just to add a little bit more, you can go and find a grunge background and just put it on top like this. And you might think you're done now, but you aren't. Just put this to 50 and put your opacity down to around 70. It looks, no, it's a bit too much. Put it down to 40. Really good. And just take, right click and go to rasterize layer. And take your eraser and erase the top here. So you can only see it on the part. You know, I don't know how to do it. You know, explain it, but just so you can see it like right here. It looks really, really good. And you can erase it a bit more if you like. Maybe set your opacity down to let's say 50, so you can just like erase it just a small bit here. Yeah, whatever. So what I want to do is add my final thing here, which is a sunburst effect. There, just no, close that. Please help. There we go. Just take my sunburst effect and put it, just scale it up here, just like this. Make sure to hold shift while you're doing this, so the picture doesn't get blurred and stuff like that. Just do that and put it behind everything but the background. Should look something like this. You're probably wondering, hey, this doesn't look good. So just put the opacity down to around 3. That might be a little bit too. That does sound like you can't see it, but you really can see it. Now I see a bit there's annoying me up here. No, not on that. On the back. This picture right here. No, right there. This is really annoying me. That you see it up there. Okay. So we are basically done with the thumbnail tutorial. So if you yet again enjoyed the video, make sure to like the video. I'm sorry. Make sure to bite the shit out of the like button, as you always do. And I'll see you guys in my next video. And goodbye.